Going on, people? It's been a minute since I've been live out here. I figured I'm running my Losi 3XLE. Got a couple of minutes out here enjoying it. I run a couple packs through this bad boy, and also running it on another truck. Which start coming on. You got to let me know if it's clear or not. But I'm actually gonna just start running until you guys come on, and then let me know how the picture quality is. Get this mounted up. Y'all know during these live sessions, y'all can talks amongst yourselves or maybe even ask me questions. Maybe I'll get my Losi buggy out too. I think somebody came on, put a comment. Let's see what they said. What's going on, Ed? How does this quality look? Does it look okay? Look bad? Figure I'm out here running my car, trying to get a good run in while the weather's nice, and figure I go live on YouTube. Y'all may want to talk amongst yourselves or ask me a couple of questions or something. I don't know. Maybe talk about the new releases of cars coming out. So let's see. I see a couple of comments. Give me just a second. So it looks good. Appreciate that, Ed. So what's going on, y'all? Hopefully this doesn't look too bad. I wonder if I flip that. Is it upside down right now or no? Is it still good? Somebody has to let me know because I just flipped it. It's not that bad. Okay, appreciate it. So we got Donnie, Mike, Jay Alvarez. Is that, I probably pronounced that wrong, is in the house. Appreciate that, Mr. White. All right, so it's not upside down, so I just flipped my camera. So I just want to make sure it happens sometimes. I think I recorded a video one time, and the thing was upside down, so I just didn't upload that one. So I'm actually running this in medium gear. That's what makes this so funny. Get my steering straight. I don't know how that keeps going off. And I am running on 6S, of course. I'm gonna have to get a better servo for our faster servo for this thing soon. Is that a rock all over there? Where that rock? Y'all see that rock all over there? I do not want to hit that. I'll run it in a high gear in just a minute. Maybe I'll get my Losi buggy out too, because I got that in my trunk with me. I brought that out. So see a couple of questions and stuff coming up. It's a bit fuzzy. All right, well, sorry about that, guys. Just live videos are not always the best. So yeah, KG King, it's a big truck. I was surprised when I first saw it. Me and a friend was up at Hobbytown. We first saw these trucks, and they took it out the box, and it was big. I mean, this thing is bigger than an Outcast, but it's about the length of a Creighton, but it's bigger than a Creighton. So, shim them diffs, man. That's about only thing I could tell you. Get them diffs shimmed. Get them shimmed. That's all I can say. Go ahead and, unless I heard there was a rumor that Losi's going in and they're gonna correct. Put this thing in high gear. They're gonna correct the differentials and go ahead and re-shim them and then sell it as a newer kit. So maybe they'll make a 3.0 or a 2.0 version or something. But this thing goes every bit of 50 miles per hour plus out the box. I know my Losi buggy does about 54. Maybe I'll do a race against them. And this is with the stock gearing, which is a 22 2 pinion, and you can go up to, I believe, a 25. So I think I've seen some guys try to go higher with it, so I may do that someday. But right now, I just kind of like taking it out and bashing it and running it and just wearing down my tires here on the asphalt and everything. Sorry, there's a couple comments coming in. I'm trying to drive. I don't want to crash in and see what you guys are talking about. What's up with the new armor? That is a question that I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on that. So there was a couple things with armor. They just announced the new car a couple days ago. We don't know what it's going to be. They just kind of show the front of it. So if you guys go to Armor RC's YouTube page, you guys will see that there. So you'll see that. So I don't know what this new car is going to be. I did hear earlier this year that Arma is going to release, I think it was about 10 to 12 kits this year alone. So with the release of the new BLX version that makes two, this one will be three. I may be off by one or something like that, but they're supposed to release like 10 this year. So we'll see how that goes and, you know, what kind of comes of that. Now, with their BLX versions, the Sentin and the Granite, I'm going to run this a little bit. It's probably going to be loud. With the Sentin and the Granite, I saw something interesting, and it's kind of delaying the release of those. And I don't personally like that Horizon did this, and I know it's a Horizon thing. They changed the connectors on those versions. So if you guys look at the photos of them on the Arma site or on whatever, you guys will see that they have EC5 connectors on it. When I looked at the books and the manual online, it had XT90. So my assumption is, and it could be wrong, is that Horizon went in and kind of did a recall on all those and put EC5 connectors on there, which I think was the stupidest thing they could have did. I don't like EC5 connectors personally, and that's just my preference. I do like the XT90s. You know, the Deans or T connectors are okay. Traxxas ones I don't like because you have to buy, if you're going to buy a Traxxas battery, you can only use Traxxas connectors, and you can't balance charge them unless you have a Traxxas charger, which I don't like that proprietary stuff. Some people may say, oh, well, the connectors are like that, but I just, my personal opinion on that, I just don't like it. I mean, I'm tired of getting a kit and have to figure out which connector I have to use for the day or for the week or whatever it may be, and making all these universal connectors. And it's so funny that Venom can't even keep up with it with their universal connectors on their battery pack. So that's just my 2 cents on it. You know, I understand connectors and all that, but you know, it's getting kind of ridiculous now. And I'm not personally happy that I think that that's what happened. That's what's delaying the release of the new Arma trucks, is those changing connectors. You guys don't believe me? Look online. You'll see all of them have EC5 connectors on it. And then look at the instruction manual. You guys will see, even though it's drawn on there, those are XT90s on there. So maybe Horizon said, let's put these on there instead of those. That's just my 2 cents. Don't know if that's 100% true, but it's just a good speculation that I have. So, yeah, 10 new models, Adam. That's just what I heard. I heard that earlier this year. And then, of course, with the whole Horizon buying them and all that, I think it delayed a lot of stuff coming out. But I think I think they're going to still leave Arma alone. I hope they do, and let them do kind of what they want to do with their kits and stuff, because they're still going to make money. Their prices are set right, and their kits are good. I was just actually, well, I drove a Granite Voltage. I just got a new one. I just drove it, and one of the axles broke on the first drive. So maybe I'll upload that video if you guys will see that. But anyway, Bill K, I'm new to the hobby. Prefer watching off-road stuff as opposed to you parking lot stuff. Do you have some grass area next to you? Yes, I do, but I will in a minute, Bill. You just got to be patient with that. I mean, you see these videos and you don't like them on the street, you just have to try to find other ones, because there is areas that I do drive, and I don't always film when I drive off-road and stuff. Periodically I do, but sometimes these areas aren't cut and all that, and sometimes some of the grassy areas, birds have nests in them, and I don't see it, and I hit one a long time ago, and yeah, that wasn't the best in the world. I did do a walk around, I didn't see it until after I drove over it. So yes, I do drive in grassy areas. I do have videos of it. Most of the time when I'm just out here enjoying my time driving RC cars, I just drive here. Some of the grassy and dirt areas are pretty far from where I live at. There's restrictions, there's laws, etc., blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of why you don't see too many of those. I mean, you see them here and there, but you don't see too many of them. But I will take this off-road for a few minutes after I drive over here for a couple more minutes. So. Yeah, said he just soldered up Traxxas to Dean's. Yeah, I'm not too fond of most of that stuff either. Most of these comments aren't showing up as well. There you go. Somebody got videos in the grass. There's someone, everybody's got them. So they're everywhere. So there's videos everywhere for it. So Adam said he's hoping for a nice buggy. I don't know. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are on the new Armor cars, but I think it's good that these companies are coming out with stuff. Red Cat has their cars coming out. I think the Red Cat cars may beat the Armor cars coming out. At least everything but the new 5th scale one that's coming out with. I think the 10 scale ones will be in stores possibly the end of next week. So that's going to be interesting how the sales and everything go for that. And just comparing them all together. I mean, I did look at some of the Red Cat was up close. I did see some things back and forth with them. So we'll see. We'll see how all that turns out. So. Wow. Yeah, look at this grass. They ain't been cut in 3 months. If you're still on, this is the reason why I'm running certain grassy areas, because they don't cut it. A lot of rocks and stuff like that, and boulders and stuff here in Georgia. So hopefully that answers some of your questions. I appreciate that, Adam. This Losi here has a center differential. I don't know if you guys remember in my unboxing, my center diff was leaking everywhere. So I had to get another center diff, and then after my very first run, my differential stripped. So I don't know if you guys kind of remember some of those things that happened. Chunking up rocks everywhere. I'm actually going to put this in a medium. That's the beauty of this. I do have ABC kind of turned off, because I like to be able to control and drive my truck, so it does help in some ways. I think that technology helps better with a 2-wheel drive car than it does with 4-wheel drive cars. So wow. That's one feature I love about this truck. Now I'm in low gear. I can sit up here and run it in low gear here. And I'd say in low gear probably runs about the speed of a 10 scale 4-wheel drive truck on 2S. So let's see, you guys put a couple comments up. Running in the diet? I know you corrected it. Running in the dirt. It's gonna get lost over there. So many of you guys are getting that are watching? How many of you guys are going to get one of the new armor trucks, or are you now going to wait to see what they're going to announce next week? I'm kind of curious as that as well. I know somebody had hit me up personally. They said if it's the 8-scale car or something just totally new and different, they said they're going to cancel their back order for their Granite 4x4. And I said it's going to be funny if the Granites come in and stuff on Monday or Tuesday, and then they announce that on Thursday about a new truck. So. I'm gonna get stuck over there. Ed said, do I still check on my Facebook site? I do periodically. I don't as much check on Facebook. Mostly I put stuff up there and on Instagram and stuff. I know a lot of people private message me a lot. I mean, an awful lot actually on Facebook and Instagram and ask a lot of questions. And I try to answer some of them if I can. But sometimes it does get a little time consuming to answer questions, especially when people can kind of just Google stuff and look stuff up themselves. So there we go. I'm not sure. I thought about the 10-scale Red Cats. The question was, am I going to get one of the new Red Cats? And I'm thinking about the 10-scale truck, but I did see that it does have that weird 0.6 pitch on the spur gear. So for you guys that don't know, monster trucks like this come with a Mod 1 spur gear, which is basically 8-scale. Most of them come with that. And then they have 32 pitch, they got 48 pitch, and they got 64 pitch. But this 0.6 pitch on the spur gear and stuff requires non-standard, I should say, pinion gears and stuff for it. Now, it does come with an aluminum, it's not even a slipper clutch that's on it either. It does come with an aluminum spur gear on it, which is good, but it doesn't come with a slipper clutch. So I'm deciding in my mind if I'm going to do that or not for the new Red Cat truck. So yeah, that's another thing is upgrades for it. It's gonna give or take. I mean, I know that they come out with stuff, but just from personal experience, Red Cat's parts or upgrade parts can be very expensive. And I've noticed that a lot of these companies are raising their prices up on their stuff. And like I said, a lot of this is just my personal opinion on a lot of things. But you know, Red Cat, even though they've changed a lot of their stuff and a lot of stuff is good, their prices are going up 20, 30 bucks. So for instance, I saw the Volcano is at 149 now. I think it used to be 129 and went to 139. Now it's 149. They had some on-road cars. I was gonna get that on-road Ferrari that they had out there. I think when they released it, it was like 140 or something. Now it's like 160 something. The TRMT was 299. That truck is $349 now. It went up 50 bucks. And they have a couple other cars that went up 50 bucks. Now the new ones they released from Team Red Cat have stayed the same in price. but their other stuff has went up in price. And when I saw that, I was like, what's going on? Maybe it's some or overseas shipping or something, because Tamiya went up. You guys know that the Tamiya Monster Beetle and etc. have been re-released, and the Monster Beetle was $169. Now it is $214. So that just, you know, it's becoming a very expensive hobby, you know, for people. So I think my battery's dumping. I'm about to change batteries out in just a minute. I see you guys put some comments out there. So what's going on? What's going on? Oh, is that what that is? MAP pricing policy? I don't even know what that is. So you got to educate us on that. MAP pricing policy is my first time hearing that terminology. So, I mean, I am not happy that their prices jumped up. You guys want me to keep driving this? I got to change the battery out. I can change the, oh, it just dumped completely. Look at that. That's one thing about it. It just says, screw you, JT. You are carrying me back to your car. I don't care. You're carrying all 20 pounds of me. And it's a walk back. So you guys get to watch walking back and bouncing back and forth. Sometimes I wish these live feeds kind of had audio feedback, so I don't have to kind of keep looking down to see what some of the comments and stuff are. But I guess people would be talking over each other too if they did that. But it should be like conference calls where you got to chime in and ping in and you talk and then you let it mute. So anyway, headed over to the Batmobile to pull this other Losi out. Maybe I should run my Losi 8. What you guys want, the Losi 8, or you want me to continue to run this big old workout truck? Oh, it's just a US thing? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that Tamiya went up. That went up a lot. I mean, 214 from 169 to 214. That's like 40 some bucks. They did it. Red Cat did it. Hobio went up. The Hyper T used to be, I think it was 209 or something. Now the Hyper T is like 300 bucks for the roller. I think it's 305 or something. It's just crazy. So I'm not sure why they're doing that. I know they're trying to get the US money. I know a lot of other companies from Banggood, Gear Best, and all that. Part of the problems with those companies, and I've mentioned it to them before, is their prices fluctuate. So, for instance, I'll buy a car from one of those companies, Banggood, Gear Best, RC1, whatever it may be. And when I buy it and do the video review, the car may be $249. And you may see that video several months after I have put it up. You click on a link or something for it, and then you go to see that the car is $329. You're like, what the heck? And people don't buy it. You know, I understand that there's price dips periodically on stuff, like on special holidays, Black Friday, Christmas, after Christmas sale and stuff, but their prices fluctuate a lot. And I think that that turns buyers away, because it turns me away from buying certain products. Like when the stock's low, you know, the prices drop until they run out of stock and they get it back in stock, and it's too much. And it's too much for this hobby. This hobby's kind of taking a weird hit, in my opinion. So yeah, I kind of figured that with Mr. Trump being in office. So yeah, and that's gonna suck. I mean, it's gonna be very interesting, and a lot of those overseas China companies and stuff like that are trying to get into the U.S. market, and they're trying to get warehouses here. But a lot of their stuff is still, it takes sometimes takes a good minute to get over. I've had several people tell me they've ordered stuff, and it's not to down the companies, but they just said they haven't gotten their product yet. It's taken, you know, 4 or 5 weeks and they still hadn't gotten it. And somebody ordered something. I remember a while back, he saved up for it for a couple months and never got it. And I was like, ooh, that's not good. So, but anyway, what do you want me to drive next? You want me to continue to drive this, or you want me to drive my Losi 8? I'm gonna let y'all decide real quick while I'm getting text messages trying to get off of those and stuff. Or maybe y'all just want to look at this beautiful dirty truck. That's 2 for the 8. That's 3 for the 8. Now I'm gonna drive the Losi 8 on road. So I know somebody complained about it. So it's gonna be the Losi 8, but it has on-road tires on it, so I'm driving it on road. All right, I'll get the Losi 8 out. I should show you guys my granite why I'm in here, but we'll try to pull this out real quick. Here it is. There he is. Hopefully I still got some battery left too on that bad boy. We'll pull this out, get my 4S LiPo, get this, and get my body. Now it's gonna be interesting for me to try to put this in here using one hand, so. Yeah, Mike, it'll be interesting. I mean, I have not said too much about it. You guys know I buy a lot of cars and stuff, but I personally can't continue to deal with the fluctuation in prices and stuff. You know, I mean, especially when I do videos and I talk to you guys about this stuff, and then I say, yeah, it's good, especially for the price. And then you see it later on and the price is different. So then you're thinking that some people, I'm not saying there, some people at periodically thought that I'm trying to scam them, or I said, no, I said, I buy it and it's at this price, and they increase the price. There's nothing I can do about that. But, you know, a lot of times for the price point that they have it at, it's good. But when these prices start coming up, like the Zombie, I saw the Zombie, the DHK Zombie, the other thing, that thing is $420 now. And I just was like, oh yeah, I definitely, if I saw a video on that for the first time and I was going to buy it, I wouldn't buy it. Not for no $420. It's not worth that much. Part of the bargain or the deal with that is just that when you get them at a good cheap price. So, and I didn't put in there. So this is some of my rants about some of the stuff that's kind of happening in our hobby and stuff like that. So, tie this down up in here. Get this going there. I think there was a couple comments that came up. Let's see. Yeah, it is a big jump. I mean, it's a big jump. I mean, and you don't normally see that in particular cars. Like I think Traxxas and stuff had went up periodically a little bit, and then it came down on price. And I think they're kind of at their final price now, and they redid their price structure for their Rustler, Bandit, and Stampede, but they took the batteries out, which people hardly use those batteries anyway for that. So. I know I'm trying to do this with one hand. I know Losi is interesting with their prices as well. Sorry, mosquito bite me on my arm. He just sat there and just was like, ooh, I'm going to get a piece of you while you're sitting up here. One interesting thing about Losi, I'm going to put this in and put this down. Hopefully you guys can still see. One interesting thing about Losi is that they'll have something set at a price and then it'll change. Meaning that when this first came out, this thing was $6.99 when it first came out. And then the price dropped to $5.49. And then a Losi rep actually said that they dropped the price to compete with the e-Revo 2.0 that came out. And Losi's kind of notorious for doing that. You guys remember the Losi 6, the big on-road car they had? First release, it was like $1,200, $1,300. Then it went to, I don't know what price it went to, about $900, and then it went to almost, I think it was $899, and then it just disappeared. So I'll put this over here for a second while I get some body clips. One thing I've noticed about Losi, when prices drop, this stuff is probably going to be discontinued. So, and that's just some stuff I've noticed periodically with them. Try to get these wires tucked in here as well. Make sure these are standing off. So. What's going on, Chris? You just purchased a Granite 4x4 brush today. Yeah, it's a good truck. Let's see. I appreciate the info you give. No problem, man. I appreciate that, Chris. Sorry there. It's just hopefully, are you guys still on this? Give me a shake up or something if you guys are still on there. It just, some people were trying to text and call me and it just disappears. So somebody reply back and say yay or nay if you're still on here. And I lost my body pins I just had. There they go. Turn this sucker around. Y'all don't want to see me. Reverse this real quick. There we go. Still on, still on, still on. Okay, 3 or 4 still on, so you guys can still see me. Is it upside down or right side up?
I did see it kind of reverse there a little bit, so. Mr. Smith's in the house. Seeing just a couple of things here coming up, guys. So I'm just, if I'm not acknowledging you, don't get upset. I'm just trying to get this in. I have to look down for comments, and sometimes there's a few more comments than I can kind of read or see. So try to get this body pin in here. Sometimes doing this with one hand is not the best. And I actually need to work on my Losi. I need to work on the center diff here with this thing. But I'm running it on 4S. It only has an 18-tooth pinion gear in it. Steering is off just a tad bit. We'll get this fixed real quick, and before I take this thing out, it's good, it's good, it's good. Marco's in the house. See if we can, I hope this battery's charged. I think it's charged. That's a pretty, yeah, it's pretty much charged somewhat, so. I know that sun is killing me shining off that building. Let this battery kind of warm up just a second. So I know you guys are putting some more comments down. Let's see real quick before I get to driving this bad boy some more. Oh, let's see. Video quality is good. Appreciate that. Actually, you know that you guys don't know, but that Losi 3XLE body can actually fit on like the Creighton and stuff, and you can get the tires and wheels for the Losi too to fit on there. You guys know I did a conversion for that. Any body that's gonna be A scale can basically fit on there. It's just got to make sure it's gonna be wide enough too, because it is a pretty wide truck. So appreciate that, John. Yeah, I just ran the 3XLE. I may run it again if my battery doesn't go dead. Let's see. I got some percentage left. I'm gonna dim this down just a little bit so I can save on some battery. Hopefully it didn't affect the video quality. Yeah, this Losi runs at, I think it was 55 point or 54 point. It was like 55. Marco's online. You guys may see him. We ran this to put the GPS on it once, and it may be a tad bit faster because I didn't have these particular batteries in there. I didn't have these 100C 6500 milliamps. So I definitely need to get some arm roll tires, which I need to order for this sucker. But I know on 6S it went 74, like 74.8 or something like that. So it's basically 75 miles per hour. But I was limited with the gearing in here. I did want to gear up to a 22-tooth pinion gear or even a 20, but I'm limited, so I'll either have to get a smaller spur gear or try to look at a different motor mount for this. So we'll see how that rolls out. But then again, I kind of, you know, on 4S, kind of the way I drive and where I drive and the people I kind of drive with, this is kind of fine, unless I'm just going out doing speed runs, which I may still build a car for that at some point. All right. So there's a couple more comments coming up. Let's see what you guys are talking about while we pull this bad boy in. Back up, back it up, back it up. No, I'm not. I changed the servo out. I have a, I put an associated servo. I forgot which one it is, but I put an associated servo in here. So the stock one was like glitching and stuff a lot. So no, I don't. But you guys know next weekend, 56, I think. Okay, appreciate it, Marco. Next weekend is the Wicked Weekend here in Georgia. It's up in Gainesville, Georgia. It's a big race in Georgia. It's held Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thursday and Friday are like open practice. And then Saturday and Sunday they race. So I'm going to go up there and I'm probably going to do some videos and do some live coverage as well. And it's actually one of the biggest races, you know, in the South. So guy on the bike's racing this other dude in the car, so it's kind of funny. So I will be doing some videos of that as well, because it's actually a big race. If you guys search my channel or just search YouTube for Wicked Weekend Races, you'll see a lot of video and stuff of that as well. And I'm probably going to go up there. I'm not going to compete, but I'm trying to get up there and run on the track some if I can. I'll take this out. I was going to buy a Losi Truggy, the 8T Nitro, but I did notice something on there. I watched a couple of Vaz's videos from Ozzy RC Playground, and I did notice that he did have to change out the differentials in it. And I wondered why, and then I started seeing, I looked at the manual and stuff, and I saw that the differentials only have 2 spider gears instead of the normal 4 for most electrics. So that's why he replaced all 3 of the differentials, the front, the rear, and the center. And if I got that nitro version, I'm possibly going to have to do that at some point, no matter how thick of an oil I put up in there. And that's going to be expensive to buy the truck for $399, and then from $399 to buy the electric conversion kit and then have to buy differentials for it. So yeah, that's the LST, but I'm talking about the 8T, the Truggy. So I don't know how that's going to hold up, because I did ask Vaz about that, and he told me that the differentials were weak on it, and you do have to do that replacement for it. So I'm thinking about what I'm going to do for a race Truggy, and I haven't decided just yet. I wish Durango was still around, but come on, break. And I wanted to keep on going until it hit the wall, y'all. That wouldn't have been pretty for me. Y'all probably would have enjoyed it. So if anybody just joined in, they're new, let me know what we asked earlier, kind of what you think the new Armor car is going to be. And then also if you're going to get the Granite or the Sentin 4x4, or you're just going to wait to see what they announce Thursday. Which I think they kind of dropped the ball on that one a little bit, but. And then you missed the rants I was talking about, was as far as the delay in the kits and stuff. And I personally think they're being delayed because they changed the connectors from XT90 to EC5, but that's just me personally. I think that's just kind of delayed, and I don't like the EC5 connectors. And then we had a little rant about the connectors too. If y'all just joining in and y'all missed that, I'm hating to have to figure out which connector of the week I have to use to run a car. Because it's getting kind of ridiculous with these connector wars. And everybody's trying to be proprietary with their stuff. And then we also talked about the price increases. I'm not too happy about what I'm seeing with the price increases on a lot of cars, or a lot of companies. Tamiya's rose their price up. Hobayo just rose their prices up. Red Cat's prices are up. The Team Red Cat stuff is the same, but or have not increased. But the regular Red Cat stuff, they went up from anywhere from 30, 40 bucks or more. And actually, let me take that back, because the TRMT is now $349. It is no longer $299. So I don't know what's going on with that. We'll see what happens in the coming future. So I see you guys putting a couple comments down there. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I would use the Creighton, but it's too wide. The Creighton's too wide. It has some extended things onto the axles and stuff that makes it wide. So maybe I'll use I don't know. I'll think about something. Who knows? If I just go up there and run on it, I'll just run the track with something. So yeah, the Techno Truggies are interesting too, but they're very skinny. They remind me of a Granddaddy Longleg with the big skinny body and stuff like that. So Johnson like the comment about the connectors. Yeah, on my X-Max, I put them to XT90s. I was like, bump that. I just cut them, and after I knew the speed controller worked, I was just like, man, bam, done. Yeah, I hope with that new car it is a Nero, but I mean, for the new Armor car they just talked about, somebody said it may be a crawler, but somebody also said they heard through the grapevine that it's a 4S capable 10 scale Outcast, which I can't see Arma doing that for the reason of they have the Granite coming out. I mean, that's going to be direct competition with that. No one's going to buy the Granite if they can get an Outcast that's going to be indestructible like that. So, it's kind of, back and forth. So, Arma 1/6 scale would be good, or something to compete with the X-Max. That would be awesome. But those body pins and stuff on it do look pretty small in the picture unless they just increased it. I don't know. Yeah, I saw the new Venom batteries with the XT60 stuff on there. I haven't had too much luck with Venom batteries. A lot of people have. It's back and forth. So I'm glad they are being innovative, though. I like it when companies are continuously doing stuff. So I'm trying to go through these comments and see what you guys are saying. I see good things about the Habayo Truggy. Yeah, with some upgrades. I know Voss did a review on that as well. But pay attention towards the end of his review where he starts talking about the diffs and stuff. He said he did start seeing some issues like he did with his monster truck with the diffs. He did hear a little bit of clicking on it. And y'all know I don't like clicking in my diffs. I think this bad I didn't charge it up all the way because it's starting to dump. I can see it already. I think I've been live for what, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that. I've been live for 41 minutes. So y'all got some questions to ask me or ask anybody that's on, ask them now because I'll probably be ending this in just a few minutes. And it is getting dark, so the sun is kind of setting, so it's going to be kind of hard to see stuff. And these lights don't come on until late. But I am thinking about getting some people here and doing some late night parking lot racing. So put some lights on our cars and just go at it. My steering keeps going off. Look at that. I'm about to fix that. All right, so I'll see a couple more comments before we get ready to shut this thing off. Yeah, we talked about the new Red Cat ones. I think they'll actually be out next week, at least 4 of them. They won't have the Fisco out yet. I talked to Joel over at OMGRC, and he's actually getting a couple in, I think next week or the following week. I'm not sure when, but he'll have some in. He's taking pre-orders on those as well. It's just I don't like it that the price went up because that TRMT was $299. It's $349 now. So I'm just like, y'all, good luck with selling that one. But people will still buy it. But I've owned it. I thought for the price that they put it at was good. You guys can check some of my videos out on that too. So. Man, I don't even know about A-scale Troy. I think Arma still has that market pretty much locked down. I really do. Knowing that they've updated all their cars to be tough like the Outcast, I still think Arma's got that market pretty much on lock. I think with the Crate's just a monster truck. That's all it is to it. I think they pretty much got that locked down. I think there's other companies out there, but they're going to cost more. Techno, Mugen, and all of them. I think they're just going to cost more. They're going to be probably almost just as durable, but they're also race spec trucks. So, like I said, I really want the Losi, but I'm not trying to buy that and then trying to buy differentials and stuff like that just to run it. So I'd be better off just converting this thing here. And it's also got different shocks. The shock bodies are plastic on it, so. Yeah, I'll put some stuff out Thursday on what's going on. So it's getting dark, and I want to run this a little bit more, and then I want to run that 3XLE in some dirt, and I'm not filming. I know somebody said something about that earlier, so yeah, I'm calling you out again. So I'm going to run that. So you guys, when this video's up, put more comments out there and stuff, and also look for the YouTube community because I do put stuff out there as well. I don't know if you guys see that, but I may start doing giveaways. Someone asked me about giveaways. I'm getting those questions like about every week now. And just so you guys know, I know a lot of people have logged off. I don't know if I'll be doing the giveaways too much. I do have T-shirts and stuff out there, and not that many people have bought them. I mean, not that many people from here have bought them. I mean, I got some more stock in and stuff like that. And I just, giveaways and stuff, all that costs money. All this stuff comes out of my pocket. So I'm not a millionaire yet, but we'll see about the giveaways and stuff like that. But the t-shirts are out there. I do appreciate if you guys buy some. It does help me support. It doesn't pay for cars or anything like that, but it's just my branding for it. So, and I'll have stickers probably coming up the next month or two as well, clear, transparent stickers. So we'll see. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Appreciate you guys watching. And I'll talk to you guys in a couple days when Armor announces this new car, and then we see if these grants and incentives coming next week.